Welcome back, guys. We are alive post Hurricane Milton. Uh, um, you know, uh, it was a little crazy down here in Florida for a while, but we're back here with our normal Thursday shows, fantasy football. Welcome in, Daniel Barry, already coming in quickly here. We appreciate you as always. So of course today, guys, we're of course going to be doing our normal fantasy football talk. Going across our different teams, setting our lineups, talking about the must sits, must starts of the week. Where if you have questions, of course, we'll field any and all questions to make sure you get your lineup set. We've got some power rankings and stuff like that as well. Of course, naturally, while we're also going through some of this stuff, I may have had to pull up my draft specials from last year and this year to prove some points and really drive some points home. And of course, towards the end of the show, we're actually going to go ahead as well and preview a little bit maybe of trade deadline and free agency for 2025. Because of course, we already saw Amari Cooper move to the Bills, Davante Adams to the Jets. Oh my God, I got to turn this fan down. It's so cold. But there's a lot of stuff. Welcome in Under the Helmet. You might be screwed, but you're probably not as screwed. If y'all haven't seen, there's a viral clip going around from fantasy football right now. And what happened in the league, and everyone's asking, fair game or dirty move? And as a league GM, would you step in? So here, let me give you the scenario of what happened here. So according to what happened, the guy was playing someone, and I think he had like a Monday night matchup, whatever, running backs like the Jets. The dude his opponent went and added and dropped every single running back that could be used in that game, basically, because last minute the guy, I think, either was bye or injury, whatever, he needed to make a change. The guy went ahead of him, did the research, added like 6 running backs, then dropped them all immediately, which now puts them not as like free agents, but as waiver wire. So they have to clear waivers before they can be added. So the guy he was playing against had nobody to switch into the lineup, apparently, and ended up losing the game by 4 points. So it really made all of the difference. I'd love to get y'all's opinion. Is that clean and fair game, or is that dirty moves? I would allow that as a GM of a league. I think that was genius. That took planning. That took foresight. I approve, Under the Helmet says, I've lost look at my team and place. Give me tips. Heard. We'll go on to the sleeper league here in just a minute as well. Oak says, nah, bro, that's evil. And if you aren't part of our sleeper league, I may be that guy that's got every backup running back on his roster. I'm the guy that predicted the injury to Jordan Mason before I even. Sponge know this. Sponge asked me in our sleeper league. I added Guerrero from the 49ers, and Sponge was like, what made you do it? And I was like, desperation. But I swear, I was just sitting there, and in my head, I just run like numbers. Even I know they're not 100% correct. I'm like, what's the probability of an injury to a running back that's been playing well and taking a heavy load of carries? We don't have a lot of history on. Well, let me start looking into the history, thinking about it. If I've got and the thing is this, on one of my teams, I had already hit my bye week for my quarterback. So therefore, I was able to drop my backup quarterback, freeing up just an extra roster spot. I was like, you know what? I've just got this weird gut feeling. And what if the hurricane comes through and I lose power for a week? I've got to be predicting 2 weeks ahead, essentially. And I went and picked up Guerrero. And of course, he went and had a 99-yard game. Oh, Under the Helmet disagrees. He said, nah, that's smart as fuck, to be honest with you. I think what he did Under is he just quickly boom, 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 and just did it all. Either way, I agree. I think it was genius. Of course, if you're new here to the Fantasy Football Show, we generally start. I have 3 different leagues that I'm in. So I have 2 ESPN leagues. I'm in a 6-man league with one of my friends and my moderator here on the channel, our local Buffalo Bill fan, Chimera, part of the Bills Mafia. I'm part of a 6-man league with him. I am then in a 12-man league with Kevin Ostreicher, the content creator for Locked On Ravens. Really nice guy. Got into his league last minute. We're getting there. We're getting there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finally starting to win games. My running backs are starting to bear fruit, and we'll talk a lot about that. Sponge he's starting to see them Chase Brown's points finally come in, and Chase Brown is one of the running backs that's considered a must start for this week as well. He's seeing his numbers on early down usage increase at a very high rate. But yeah, let me get this up here. And then not only do I have to get it up, I know I also have to inflate it because y'all can't see that. God, that's wild. It's already on my screen at 150% zoom. And I can tell it already needs even more. More. There we go. That's a little better. You can barely see my cam, but who needs to see me? Let's edit the layout. Can we do that? Can we? Sure. Really? You're not going to let me? Okay, there we go. There we go. That's better. Let's save that. Yeah, custom throw layout 3. Whatever you want. Whatever you want to call that. Custom layout 3. There we go. Sorry. Some of the things about Jackbox bother, or about StreamYard bother me. And again, feel free to ask any questions about your teams. We'll make sure to get to that here shortly. So this, of course, is the first league that I am in. Is this the 6-man? I don't even know if this is the 6-man or the 12-man league, to be 100% honest with you. Looks like this is the 6-man league. Yeah, okay. So currently in the 6-man league, we are 2-4. We really got to step it up here. This league is a lot of Raven players and like an all 25 under team. Obviously, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry looking good. Pollard is having a great game. Basically, they say that Tennessee. My entire PC glitched up for a minute. They say that the Tennessee Titans actually do have a chance in this game against the Buffalo Bills, so long as they will run the ball, because Buffalo has had some really bad run defense. As you can see right here on the right side of the screen, the opponent ranked for Tony Pollard 31st in the NFL. He's projected to get 14.1. We're going to keep him. There is a little bit of speculation here about Garrett Wilson. Of course, Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers, Ayahuasca buddy coming into New York. They might get checked at customs on the way in. But no, who am I saying? They're flying on the owner's Woody's private jet. What am I thinking? But I honestly, Wilson will probably see a dip in his production, of course. But here's the thing for this. I think the days of Garrett Wilson getting us 20 plus points are more than likely gone. RIP to Garrett Wilson carrying my fantasy football core. However, I'm not saying he's about to disappear. I would put the Jets good for at least 2 passing touchdowns basically throughout for every game. And you can basically give 1 to Garrett and 1 to Davante. Maybe they'll throw a third to one or the other, and you'll get some bonus points here and there. But I still think Garrett, just like they're projecting him 13, I think he's still a solid 15-point guy a week probably. He'll probably finish with 50 to 75 yards a week and 1 touchdown minimum. So don't freak out on Garrett Wilson, but at the same time, if someone's offering you a really good trade for it and you're desperate. So, of course, one of the first moves we've got to address here is DJ Moore is on a bye week here. We can definitely drop Carson Steele. He's not doing anything. So let's go see if we can find some players in this league. This is a 6-man league. There's depth for days. It's never a question, to be honest with you. God, my PC is freaking out right now with all of these tabs open is what it is. I need to close some tabs before I lock up and freeze up. Oh, that might have already happened. Uh-oh. I don't know if y'all can still hear and see me, but on my side, I am kind of locked up right now. Yeah, nothing's working. That's rough. Trying to get response back. Hopefully it will, but man, since this last update, dude, I've been having so many issues. Not only with my games, but like just even Says my microphone's working, but my